Hi, and welcome to the Journey Through the Generations podcast. I'm Trisha.
And I am Philip, and we are back for another episode.
We are after a long summer break, longer than
Right.
we thought.
Yep. So we talked a little bit about it on the episode. We just released a bonus episode talking about Roots Tech
Yes.
in 2020. Yeah, we were off for a few
A few
months
months,
for the
yeah.
summer, just busy, right? A lot of things going on.
Yeah, and it didn't seem like we had planned a lot of things, in April and May, but it just seemed like when the summer came, we just were doing a lot of stuff and life got a hold to us.
Right, and we ended up taking a vacation that was kind of last minute.
Right, yeah.
So that was good, and we needed some time away. Busy at work, and
Yeah.
so
Son trying to get a driver's
yeah,
license.
so we kind of took a little bit of a break from the podcast and a little bit of a break from researching.
Yes.
Yeah, even I've started a little bit. If you've listened to or not listened to, we haven't blogged, we haven't podcast.
Yeah, we will though.
Yeah, but on Trisha's blog, she let me write 2 posts on her blog about the research that I've started.
Well, you have access to it because you're the one who started it. So I wouldn't say I let
I
you.
know, but it's your blog, not mine. So
You did a fabulous job.
So I have done some research, and if you've been following us for a while, you would know that I've never been the researcher in this duo. I'm normally the guy that's taking care of all the technology needs
Right.
for Journey Through the Generations.
So yeah, that was a little bit of a switch for us. And I thought that you told your story very, very well. It was very inspiring. If you haven't read it, please go read it. He did a fabulous job. And the information that he found in his family was absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, it was good stuff. I was excited about it, and what made me really start was, and I talk about it a little bit in the post, is the Roots Tech conference we went to
Right.
earlier this year, and also just watching you do your research, and I remember how excited you used to get when you would find information or
Yeah.
names and dates, and I didn't do any happy dances or anything like you did, but it was exciting all the same.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just kind of been a busy few months, but we're ready to get back into regular podcasts
Right.
and video and blog mode.
Yes.
And blogs really haven't stopped though.
They haven't stopped, but since I haven't been researching as much as I usually am, I've been doing a little different things. I do the Wordless Wednesdays a lot, where I post a picture of someone or something in the family. I'm still doing the 52 ancestors in 52 weeks. I'm a little behind right now, but I still post that. So I actually haven't really posted anything about research just because I haven't actually done any research.
Yeah, but I think what we're going to end up doing, during this new season.
That sounds good.
We're really not in seasons, but this new season is really focused on helping others research with a focus on beginners, I would say.
Yeah.
I would say beginners to intermediate.
I do. And I think maybe setting a very good foundation with organization is where we're going to start, especially now that I'm personally trying to get, my laptop and my hard drive and all my photos and everything that I've scanned into my computer, named and filed and all of that kind of stuff. So I think that's probably where we're going to start with our foundation, with organizing and things like that.
Yeah, and the good thing is I've started, and so I'm very much a beginner. And so I could share some of the things that I've gone through,
Right.
or tips and advice that I have for other people, to research and get started or restart or whatever the case may be.
So yeah, that's going to be my personal goal, is organizing my laptop and my photos and things like that. So I have them where I need them, and I'm not hunting them down and trying to figure out what, because I didn't name it on my computer and stuff like that. So we'll definitely be talking a lot about that.
Yeah, and so also coming up, we have a couple of conferences, right?
Yes.
So if you listen to our bonus episode, you know that we are ambassadors for Roots Tech in 2020 in February. So that's a little bit ways out. So we'll have more about that in the coming months.
Right.
But more immediate, like in a week. We're going to Hyattsville, Maryland, in the DMV area for the 40th conference for AAHGS.
Yes.
And just in case you don't know what AAHGS stands for, it stands for Afro-American Historical and Genealogical Society. Both Trisha and I are members.
Yes.
And we also volunteer on the public relations committee.
Right. So, I know it's shocking, but I help out with the blog.
Yeah. So there's a lot going on for the conference. There's a lot of attention around 1619, of course.
Yes.
And Trisha will be going kind of dual role, the committee, and going to sessions that she's wanting to learn more about, right?
Yes, I will be doing the whole conference thing, but I'm doing it I'm wearing two different hats, really. I'm going to be going as, my personal Journey Through the Generations blogger, historian, family historian, and I'll also be wearing the hat of the AAHGS blogger and telling the story of the actual conference and not my personal experience. So I'll be blogging for AAHGS and myself. So the classes that I take, the people that I talk to, the interviews that I do, they will be probably for both, really. But I think it's going to be very interesting because I'm so used to writing from, my own personal experiences that it'll be a different experience writing for a group. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm going in for strictly PR role.
Yes.
Well, that's not true. Not all the way true.
Well,
not strictly that, because I do have another thing to do. I was chosen as a presenter.
That is correct.
Which I'm excited about.
I am too.
And I'm not nervous, but I'm anxious about, probably because I'm still tweaking my presentation.
He's going to do fabulous.
And I really wanted it to be done by now. But
he's going to be great. I know it and he knows it.
Well, I'm not worried about that. That's never
been.
I
told you.
That's never been a worry of mine. I just got to get my presentation done. If my presentation's not done, then,
What are you presenting?
I am presenting, the topic of the presentation is, hey, researchers, Google is your friend.
I'm sure you've heard him say that before on the podcast.
I think I have said it several times on the podcast, but it is something that I thought was neat and that would grab attention of the people, because I tell Trisha that all the time.
All the time.
And I will be sitting down, watching TV, minding my business, working or doing something else, and she'll come out and ask me something that is easily looked up via Google.
Well, let's just say that I have
Google in your pocket and purse every day.
But I usually come out from a place of research. I have been looking at a microfilm, or I've been looking at a census record. I've been doing something of that nature, and then I'm just like trying to get a different perspective. Hey, can you look up, or what do you think of? And he always says,
Google is your friend.
And then he Googles it for me.
I do. So my presentation is going to be geared towards more of the beginner person doing research and intermediate to intermediate level.
Yeah.
I would say people who use Google a lot, but always have a hard time finding what they're looking for. I'm going to share tips on how to do that better and get better results back from Google, because Google is a very powerful machine.
It is. It's huge.
It is.
And I think another thing that I think that will benefit is a lot, and I speak for myself, researchers are so big on, I have to go to Family Search, I have to go to Ancestry and look for this information. And Google, I know for me, is not on the top of my list when I'm researching. So I think you putting it out there that you can find a lot of information on Google will be beneficial.
Yeah, I mean, people have to realize, like, for example, the most recent request you had was you were looking for a church in a small town in Arkansas, which I don't think the town really exists anymore. In the old town,
right? No,
it's in a newer town,
correct.
But it's small. You're not going to find that on Family Search. You're not going to find that on Ancestry. Google will help you find that, and if you are able to type, the search correctly or not correctly, you search it in a better way,
right?
Then you will find what you're looking for quicker, and you won't get as
you can
frustrated.
Filter it down better.
Yeah, you won't get as frustrated, or you won't be able to find what you're looking for. A lot of other results will come up that you're not looking for, and it'll frustrate you, and it kind of, it'll hamper you from doing your research.
Right.
The answer's there.
But I don't want to go through 35 pages.
Yeah, you don't want to have to go through a lot. So I'm going to work, help people work through that. I'm also going to talk about sharing files and organization and things like that. So I know it's going to be a good time. I just got to finish my presentation. So I am going in that capacity, and I'm so excited about that. If you are going to be at AAHGS Conference, my session is on Saturday from 10:30 to 11:30.
Yes.
I don't have the room number, but when you get there, look in the syllabus and you see where I am. So I'm excited about that. But outside of my presentation, I will be all around the conference center taking video, pictures, doing Facebook Live, streaming, doing a lot of different things for the conference all week. So I'm really excited about that. If you're going and you see me there, I'm probably the guy with the backpack on, the camera, 2 tripods, and phone out, and probably sweating and trying to figure out where I'm going next. But I'm excited about it because it's something that I like to do.
Yes. And I just think that because this will be our second time going to AAHGS, and Philip was busy last year. He helped out last year with videos and things like that. And he really enjoyed it. And I enjoyed all the sessions that I was able to attend. And AAHGS, for me, it's a society that brings together not only genealogy, but history. And in my personal opinion, you can't be a family historian without knowing the history of your community, your state, your country. You have to be able to understand the surroundings of where your family lived and what they had to endure, and, what wars that they were a part of. You have to know that kind of stuff. And AAHGS brings together genealogy and history like no other society that I know of.
Right, and the organization is here to try to preserve those things.
Correct.
So it's both a history and a genealogical society.
Right. So if you're not doing genealogy but you love history, this is the place for you.
Absolutely.
If you love genealogy and you are not that interested in history, this is the place for you. If you're like me and you love them both, this is the place for you.
And the great thing about it is we have the organization has an awesome Vice President of History.
Oh yes, Rick Murphy.
Yeah, he is awesome. He's been like heading all of the 1619 events for AAHGS,
right?
And information and information gathering and teaching classes and
on the lecture circuit.
Yeah, he's just doing it all. And Rick's great, and of course he's going to be there.
Right.
It's going to be great. A great conference.
Because that's part of the theme, 1619, 400 years.
Yeah, I don't remember the actual conference theme.
But it's a lot going on with that because of the 400th anniversary of 1619.
Yep. So if you you still have time to sign up if you you want to go. It might be difficult if you're a long way away from Maryland. Getting a late flight and things like that. But if you're in the DMV area and you're interested in genealogy and history, I would, encourage you to, come to the conference if it's for a day or the whole weekend. I think the conference officially starts Thursday.
Yes.
October 8th, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's right.
The 9th.
The 9th. So the conference starts on Thursday the 9th. Right. Going through the 12th. Mm-hmm. There are some things on the 8th. That's when the tours
are. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The organization that's put together tours of different museums and
monuments,
things, and in Washington D.C. So come on out and see us if you're already registered and you're going to be there. Come to my presentation and come and say hey to me and Trisha.
Yes, we would love to see you guys.
Absolutely. We really appreciate you guys coming. Did we forget anything before we close? I just kind of went into closing.
You
I want to
did.
make sure. Maybe it's because I'm hungry or something. I don't know.
No, we talked about the dates, the theme. Yeah, I think we're good.
You're good? Okay. So, yeah, really appreciate you guys for listening, subscribing. Like I said, we're excited about the conference, and we're going to be there in full force, supporting AAHGS.
Yes.
And also getting a little bit of time to do some things for Journey Through the Generations, too.
And conferences always have a way of giving you that little extra boost you need to be able to do some more research, advance your research, learn some new techniques. So I'm sure we both will walk away with something, especially me, that will get me back into research mode in some way or another. And that, of course, will trickle down to the podcast and the blog and things like that.
Right. So if you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the podcast. You can find us on Apple iTunes, Google, any other place where you retrieve your podcast. Read the blog at journeythroughthegenerations.com. Go over to YouTube if you're a YouTube watcher.
Yeah,
we have a YouTube
too.
channel. Go see us over there. Just search Journey Through the Generations. Subscribe and watch our videos. Like and feel free to comment. And you can also follow us on Twitter at Gen Journey Blog. We're there too. We live tweet relative race every Sunday night.
It's one of my favorites.
The past 2 Sunday nights we've been live tweeting it.
It's been fun.
That's been fun. And we usually tweet out things just kind of randomly.
Yeah, things that are going on in the genealogy community, things, come up.
Yeah, October is Family History Month.
Yes.
So we'll definitely be posting more. This month. Some tips and things like that. So anyway, I'll put all that information down in the notes for this episode so that you can get to us easily and you don't have to try to remember it. All right. I think that's about it.
I think that's good.
You're good?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. If you're going to AAHGS, we'll see you there. If not, we'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks. Don't forget, follow and love the journey.
Bye, y'all.